In the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, the adventure of Tang Sanzang and his disciples in Yuhua Palace is a tale brimming with wisdom and courage. Here is a detailed account of this story. As Tang Sanzang and his disciples journeyed westward, they arrived at Yuhua Palace in the Tianzhu Kingdom. The king of Yuhua Palace had 3 sons, all of whom were passionate about martial arts. Upon seeing the weapons of Sun Wukong, Zhu Bajie, and Sha Wujing, they were filled with admiration and decided to learn martial arts from them. The disciples' weapons, being too heavy, were placed in a blacksmith shop for replication, but this act inadvertently attracted the attention of the Yellow Lion spirit from the Leopard Head Mountain and Tiger Mouth Cave. The Yellow Lion spirit, drawn by the radiant aura of the weapons, stole Sun Wukong's Rui Jingu Bang, Zhu Bajie's 9-toothed rake, and Sha Wujing's demon-subduing staff, planning to hold a rake meeting to celebrate. Upon learning of this, Sun Wukong transformed into a minor demon and, along with Zhu Baji and Sha Wujing, devised a plan to infiltrate the Yellow Lion spirit's lair. They saw their weapons, revealed their true forms, and engaged in fierce battle with the demon. The Yellow Lion spirit was no match for them and fled to the southeast. Sun Wukong and his companions killed the minor demons, burned down the demon's den, and returned to Yuhua Palace. The Yellow Lion spirit escaped to the Bamboo Node Mountain and the 9-Turns Samsara Cave, where he found his ancestor, the 9 Lions, and tearfully recounted his misfortune, asking for revenge. The 9 Lions initially blamed the Yellow Lion spirit for provoking Sun Wukong, but eventually agreed to his request and led a group of lion spirits to Yuhua Palace. The lion spirits stirred up a fierce wind and headed straight for Yuhua Palace, causing the city's soldiers and civilians to hide in fear. The king of Yuhua and his sons, along with Tang Sanzang and his disciples, also took refuge on the city tower. Sun Wukong instructed the old king to order the soldiers to close the city gates and for the prince to command the troops to defend the city, while he and his 2 fellow disciples rode the clouds to confront the enemy. Amidst the clouds and mist, Sun Wukong and his companions engaged in a fierce battle with the 9 lions and their lion spirits. Zhu Baji was captured by the Snow Lion, and Sha Wujing was also defeated. Sun Wukong hastily plucked a hair and transformed it into over 100 little monkeys, surrounding the lion spirits and tearing at them with teeth and claws, causing panic and scattering the lion spirits. Sha Wujing helped Sun Wukong capture the Whitesea Lion and the Swanee Lion, and they were brought back to the city tower together. The next day, the Yellow Lion spirit, along with other lion spirits, arrived above Yuhua Palace, demanding that Sun Wukong and his companions come out to fight. Sun Wukong and Sha Wujing each used their strategies to battle the 5 lion spirits in a fierce and even match. At this moment, the 9 lions, riding a black cloud, directly arrived at the city tower. His 9 heads opened their bloodthirsty mouths and captured Tang Sanzang and the king of Yuhua and his sons. In the end, Sun Wukong invited the Taiyi rescuer from suffering Heavenly King, who subdued the 9 lions while the Yellow Lion spirit was killed on the spot by Sun Wukong. This adventure not only showcased Sun Wukong's wit and transformation abilities, but also demonstrated the unity and courage of Tang Sanzang and his disciples. Through this adventure, the 4 disciples once again proved the power of truth and justice, adding an unforgettable experience to their journey to retrieve the sacred scriptures. In the enchanting journey of Journey to the West, the adventure of Tang Sanzang and his disciples in the Tianzhu Kingdom is a story filled with mystery and twists. Here is a detailed account of the story involving the Jade Rabbit spirit. The Jade Rabbit spirit, originally a moon rabbit in the Moon Palace who pounded medicine, harbored a grudge against the fairy Sui, who had slapped it. Sui was reincarnated as the princess of the Tianzhu Kingdom, and to seek revenge, the Jade Rabbit spirit descended to the mortal world, capturing the real princess and transforming into her appearance. Knowing that Tang Sanzang and his disciples would pass through the Tianzhu Kingdom, the spirit planned to forcibly recruit Tang Sanzang as a prince consort by throwing an embroidered ball on the day of their arrival, intending to absorb Tang Sanzang's elemental yang energy to achieve the status of a Taiyi immortal. When Tang Sanzang and his disciples arrived at the Bujin Zen temple, they heard the story of the princess. Sun Wukong, with his fiery eyes and golden pupils, recognized the false princess as a demon. To subdue the demon, he devised a plan to persuade Tang Sanzang to go to the street where the Jade Rabbit Spirit had set up a colorful building. Tang Sanzang was hit by the embroidered ball thrown by the Jade Rabbit Spirit, who then took him into the palace. After leaving the city, Sun Wukong transformed into a small bee and returned to the palace, alighting on Tang Sanzang's hat as he was led to the harem to meet the princess like Jade Rabbit Spirit. Sensing the demonic aura around her, Sun Wukong couldn't help but reveal his true form and confronted the Jade Rabbit Spirit. The spirit struggled free and, stripping off her clothes, ran naked to the Royal Gardens Land Temple to retrieve her medicine pestle. She then turned back to fight Sun Wukong. The battle raged without a clear victor until Sun Wukong transformed his Rui Jingu Bang into thousands, smashing them towards the Jade Rabbit Spirit. The spirit, panicked, turned into a clear wind and fled to the sky. Sun Wukong, seeing this, hurriedly pursued, ordering the Western Heavenly Gate guards to intercept. The Jade Rabbit Spirit turned back to engage Sun Wukong in combat once more. After several rounds, realizing victory was unlikely, the spirit feigned an attack, transformed into a golden light, and escaped to Mao Ying Mountain. Worried for Tang Sanzang's safety, Sun Wukong returned to the city, instructing Zhu Bajie and Sha Wujing to protect Tang Sanzang, and then went to Mao Ying Mountain to search for the Jade Rabbit Spirit. Guided by the mountain deities, Sun Wukong found the Jade Rabbit Spirit in a rabbit burrow, and the spirit had no choice but to fight Sun Wukong again until evening approached. When Sun Wukong was about to strike a fatal blow to the Jade Rabbit Spirit, the Tai Yin Star Lord suddenly appeared and stopped him. The Tai Yin Star Lord explained the origin of the Jade Rabbit Spirit and the reason for its descent to the mortal world to avenge the slap from Su-Yi Sun Wukong, then spared the Jade Rabbit Spirit. The Tai Yin Star Lord, accompanied by Sun Wukong, returned to the Tianzhu Kingdom, where the people worshipped him, and then took the Jade Rabbit Spirit back to the Moon Palace. This adventure not only showcased Sun Wukong's wit and transformation abilities, but also demonstrated the unity and courage of Tang Sanzang and his disciples. Through this adventure, the four disciples once again proved the power of truth and justice, adding an unforgettable experience to their journey to retrieve the sacred scriptures. This story also tells us that no matter how powerful the enemy, as long as we maintain our wisdom and courage, we can overcome any difficulty. In the grand epic of Journey to the West, the story of Tang Sanzang and his disciples enduring 81 trials and finally arriving at the Thunder Monastery in the Western Heaven to obtain the true scriptures is the climax and fulfilling conclusion of the entire novel. Here is a detailed account of this story. After traversing countless mountains and rivers and undergoing innumerable tribulations, Tang Sanzang and his disciples finally reached the Thunder Monastery in the Western Heaven, where they were received by the Buddha himself. The Buddha praised Tang Sanzang for his unwavering will and relentless pursuit, and instructed his disciples, Anan and Kasyapa, to lead Tang Sanzang and his followers to the treasury pavilion to bestow the scriptures. However, the process of obtaining the scriptures was not without its challenges. When Anan and Kasyapa asked Tang Sanzang for a gift, he had no choice but to offer the purple gold alms bowl bestowed upon him by Emperor Taizong of Tang as an exchange. Anan accepted the bowl with a faint smile, while Kasyapa went to retrieve the scriptures. Tang Sanzang warned his disciples to be cautious and to avoid being deceived as they had been in the past. After the scripture bestowing ceremony, the Buddha dismissed Tang Sanzang and his disciples, but Guanyin Bodhisattva reminded them that the successful acquisition of the scriptures required a journey of 14 years, totaling 5,040 days, and they were still 8 days short. The Buddha then ordered the four great devas to escort Tang Sanzang back to his country by cloud and demanded that the scriptures be returned within 8 days. The four great devas carried Tang Sanzang and his disciples through the air. After a day and a night, Jie caught up and whispered something into the ear of one of the devas. Upon hearing this, the devas suppressed the wind, and Tang Sanzang and his companions, along with the white horse, fell to the ground. It turned out that Guanyin Bodhisattva, upon reviewing the record of Tang Sanzang's trials on the journey, found that while the Buddhist path required 99 returns to truth and Tang Sanzang had undergone 80 trials, one more was needed. Thus, she commanded Jie to catch up with the devas and have Tang Sanzang face one more trial.